Most people fail at Faceless too because they pick a niche based on what they like. That's not a business, that's a hobby. And here's the truth, YouTube doesn't care about your hobbies. It only cares about what gets clicks and what keeps people glued to the screen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find those golden niches using real data, real example, and a system that anyone can follow. Now, think of YouTube like a treasure map. And I'm about to give you a map with all the X's marked for you. First, search your niche ideas directly on YouTube. Don't just glance at the first video you see. Study the channel. When did they start? How long are the videos? And how many views are they pulling on average? And most important, are their recent videos pulling consistent numbers? Or was it just one viral hit? Next, compare views to subscriber count. If a small channel gets a 50k plus views on a single video, that's a huge green light. It means content in that particular niche can punch above its weight. And here's the important question you should ask yourself if you're considering a niche. Can I make videos like this or even better? Because if someone is dropping a masterpiece with a $10k setup and you are starting with a mic, a laptop and a free stock footage, maybe that niche is not for you. But if the content is mostly voiceovers, slides and screen recording, game on. Try it. And here's an example. I found a Faceless channel with just 80 videos, 80k subscribers, and videos averaging at 600k views. No fancy editing, just viral scripts and clean visuals. That's a channel blueprint. Do this with 5 to 10 niche ideas. Take notes and look for patterns. When you see consistent views across multiple small creators, you have finally found a niche that works. No guessing required. Now that you spotted a potential niche, it's time to go deeper. Way deeper. Because here's the truth. Broad channels die. Specific channels grow. I want you to think of YouTube like a city. Big categories, that's a downtown. Everyone is fighting for attention. But sub-niches is like owning a quiet street where you are the only store. Now let me give you an example. Say you like sports. But sports is massive, too broad, and you should narrow it down. Basketball, already better. Now go deeper again. Golden State Warriors trade rumors. And suddenly you're a go-to channel for a hyper-engaged fan base who can't get enough of that specific topic. Now you might ask a question. Why does this even work? Because the algorithm rewards channels that serve specific audiences consistently. At the same time, broad channels confuse the algorithm. It doesn't know who to recommend your videos to. But when you're laser focused, YouTube says, oh, this is the video for that audience or that audience. I will recommend it to them. And boom, you start getting pushed to the right people who are truly interested in your niche. Now, here's the important thing about niches. Some of them are red oceans and some of them are blue oceans. Red oceans are saturated. Think about fitness, tech reviews, or celebrity gossips. Everyone is filming it. You can still win, but you have to be twice as good or twice as different. Blue oceans, that's where magic is. These are niches where demand is high, but the content is weak or missing entirely. And the easiest way to find them, look for questions no one is answering. Example, celebrity gossips is red. But celebrity business ventures, hardly anyone is covering it. That's a blue ocean inside a red ocean category. Same audience, but less competition. Okay, you found your niche, but before you start scripting, you need to validate it first. You ask me why? Because YouTube is littered with channels who went all in into niche that nobody actually cared about long term. So, how do you validate a niche? There are 3 simple tests. First, the passion test. Would people binge watch 10 videos in this niche back to back? If the answer is no, go deeper or pivot. YouTube rewards binge-worthy topics. Second, the power factor. This is about CTR, or click-through rate, as I explained to you in my previous video. Check it out. Do the top channels in this niche have strong thumbnails and titles? Are they using power words like secret, mistakes, hidden, blueprint? If yes, great. because that means people are curious enough to click and watch it to the end. Third, proof of concept. Look for small to medium creators who are consistently pulling big numbers. If multiple channels are crushing it with simple setups, you are looking at a validated niche. Example, a Faceless mystery history channel I studied. No crazy editing, just eerie music, old images and great narration. 100k views per video on a channel under 20k subscribers. That's what I call validated. Here's where most beginners mess up. They chase trends thinking it's the fastest way to go viral. It's not. However, it might be true, but it's also a trap. Trending niches like celebrity scandal or trending news spike hard and die fast. You get views for a week and then nothing. Evergreen niches, they keep paying you forever. Think how to save money, best fitness tips or AI tools for 2025. These topics never die. You upload them once and they work for you forever. And here's my advice for beginners. Start with evergreen niches. Once you've built a base, sprinkle in trends to capture momentum. That way you get the best of both worlds, stable growth and viral spikes. Here's a question I was wondering myself and often get from other people starting their channels. Can I start a channel in a niche that I know nothing about? Absolutely. But only if you're ready to outwork people who know everything about. And I mean everything. See, YouTube doesn't care if you're an expert or not. It cares about if you can package information better than the competitor. And that comes down to the research, scripting and the delivery. Example, there is a Faceless Aviation with millions of views. Creator, he has never been to the plane. They just studied other channels, forums and articles, then presented it in a unique, bingeable way. So yeah, you can start in a niche you know nothing about, but you can't fake effort. Learn fast, but deliver value faster. This is where the game gets tactical, spying on competitors to see what works and what doesn't. Step 1. Identify the top 5 channels in your niche. Not the biggest, the ones with the highest view to the subscriber ratio. That's where the gold is. Step 2. Study their top 10 videos. What patterns do you see in titles? Thumbnails, video length, editing style. How do they hook viewers in the first 10 seconds? Step 3. Don't forget to read their comments. That's so crucial, guys. Viewers will literally tell you what they love and what's missing. That's your opportunity to create content that fills this gap. And don't get me wrong, please. This isn't copying. This is a reverse engineering mechanism that will allow you to outperform and out-execute everyone in your niche. So, here's the move. Stop throwing random videos on YouTube and hoping one hits. Instead, follow this process. Find your niche, validate it, study your competitors, and then drop videos that are designed to win from day one. And up next, I'm showing you a full 24 hours Faceless YouTube workflow, exactly how I go from a raw idea to a published video in a single day. This is a secret most creators don't want you to see. And I want to see you in my next video. See you guys.